Hello everybody, today I'm back with a mob tutorial, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the wolf. And yeah, so the wolf has a lot of features to it, and so let's get right into it. And the first thing you should know about a wolf is that it can be tamed, meaning that it can become your pet. So how does this work? Well, you use this item right here, it's called the bone, drops from skeletons, and what it does is you can see there's a tame button below. This will show up for the Bedrock Edition. I don't know if it shows up for the Windows 10 edition, even though that's in the Bedrock Edition, but it does show up for the Pocket Edition, as you can see right here. It will not show up on Java Edition, because obviously you can click it and it'll tame it. But yeah, you can press tame, and you can see the first try, it worked. And when I say first try, it can use multiple bones. It does not only take one bone, though that time I happened to be pretty lucky and it only used one bone. So what would happen if it does use multiple bones? That means if it does use multiple bones, that means you would see smoke particles, sort of like just black and white particles. We call them smoke particles because that's how they used to look in older versions of Minecraft. But yeah, so this is what they look like when they're tamed. You can see that they have a few more pixels to their eyes, and you can see that they have a collar as well. That's how you know it's a tamed wolf. Now, what can you do once it's tamed? Well, you can dye it, for one thing. You can dye its color. So right now it's defaulted to red, kind of like how red beds were the default color in older versions of Minecraft. It defaults to red, and it has stayed this way. And you can dye it to any color. For example, I have cactus green or green dye, and I'm going to dye it. And now you can see it's a green color. Kind of blends in with the grass and green weather. You can see it kind of blends in with the grass. And yeah, that's another thing. When it stops raining and it's been out in the rain, it'll like dry itself off like that. It doesn't cause a mess or anything, but it's a kind of a cool little effect that Mojang added. Now, one thing to note, to heal a wolf. So a wolf has 10 hearts, but this is only the case after it's tamed. Technically, we call it a dog after it's tamed. So what we have here is a dog, not a wolf necessarily. So a dog has 10 hearts, while a wolf, before it's tamed, like this, it will have 4 hearts. So about a quarter, sorry, not about a quarter, 40% of what a regular player has. And you can see I can tame this wolf again. Also took 1 bone, I was pretty lucky on that. But what would happen if I were to hit the wolf? So, it's taken about 4 hearts of damage. That's how much a netherite sword does. Maybe 4.5 hearts. But to heal it, one thing you should note is, if we bring this wolf right here, you can see its tail is at a very high angle. It's kind of hard to see because it keeps on looking at me. Its tail is at a very high angle, and what this means is that it has high health. The one that I damaged has it at a very low angle. And one case where this has been used, if you guys have ever watched on George Not Found's channel, he used this trick to identify how much health Dream had. Even though Dream, he was capable of seeing how much health he had, George was able to tell by how far his tail went down. So to increase that tail angle, you would want to feed it. Feed it until it's full health. And then, when they're full health, they can breed. I accidentally fed it to this one, too. They breed, and it instantly puts out another wolf. And this one, it's a baby, and it is also tamed. So you don't need to retame it again. You don't need to retame the new baby wolf that comes up. If you want to make it grow up, you can feed it. And you can see now it is a full-grown wolf, which is pretty nifty. You can also put leashes on them so you don't lose them, though they do follow you pretty good, and the AI is pretty decent on that. So that's pretty good as well. So I'm going to leave those wolves there while I cover the actual wolf. I covered the dog. Sorry. These are the dogs. Now I'm going to cover the actual wolf. So one thing to note is that they have pretty bad blood with foxes. Foxes are a relatively new creature, and you can see the wolf right here. It's at a state where we call angry, and it's chasing after the fox. And what it wants to do, and you can see it made that sound as well. It's trying to hurt the fox, trying to eat it essentially. You know, not the most kid-friendly feature that has been added, but yeah. So this is one thing that wolves will try to do. You'll also notice that you can't tame it while it's in this angry state. So if I were to bring out the bone, try to stop it from attacking, it won't work until maybe they get some distance and it can't detect it anymore. But you'll notice its head is still tilted as if it wants to be tamed. So let me take out these guys right here. Take out the fox as well. This isn't a fox tutorial. And so one other thing is, let me change myself to game mode S, survival. I'm going to put a few wolves down and I'm going to attack. And so now you'll notice that they're going to start attacking me. And now you'll notice that the wolves will fight each other. So what's happening here is the wolves are attacking me. So the wolves are attacking me because I hit one of them. They work like zombie pigmen, in which they like gang up on you if you hit one of their own. Whereas if you are attacked by anything, it doesn't have to be a wolf, they will attack your dogs. So here you kind of saw a little fight between me and those wolves and some dogs. So I'm going to change myself back to creative. Game mode C. And as a side note, I actually used beef to feed them and breed them and whatnot, but you can also use a wide variety of other things. So you could also use cooked meat. You can see the hearts also come up. You can bring it right here. You can see they're going to breed right now. You can also use any of this cooked stuff right here. You can't use fish, though that's for cats. You can use the raw versions of these meats. So you can use regular raw chicken, pork chop, mutton, beef, rabbit. You can't use fish again. And you can also use rotten flesh. Rotten flesh is something that typically people don't eat in the survival world. I do. I'm kind of weird that way. But yeah, so if you don't want to use your rotten flesh to eat or trade with a cleric, which is another use, then you can actually use them to breed your dogs. So that is going to be it for this wolf/dog tutorial. I hope you guys did find this helpful. If you did, please hit that like button down below, and consider subscribing to my channel as well, because that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching. And also, one other thing. Make sure, if I missed anything that you guys think people should know, which is very possible, definitely tell me, because I'm not going off a script, I'm going off my own memory. So anyways, and a little cool little feature, you can actually eat this in creative mode. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching once again. Thank you guys so much for watching.